Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Things are heating up in the NFL universe, especially here in the NFC East, and the buzz is all about a potential blockbuster trade involving the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Yes, you heard that right. Rumors are swirling after the NFL trade deadline, and the talk of the town is that Miami might be looking to shake things up, possibly trading away one of their most explosive weapons, Jaylen Waddle, to the Giants. It sounds like something out of a football fantasy, but the sources, including none other than Adam Schefter, are indicating that there's serious talk happening behind the scenes. The Dolphins, sitting at 3-6 in November 2025, are facing some pretty tough challenges. Their cap situation is tight, with around $18 million in space, and they're in a bit of a rebuild mode. Their defense has been porous, giving up an alarming 27 points per game this season, and the team is struggling in the AFC East, which has become one of the most competitive divisions in the league. It's no secret that Miami's offense, traditionally powered by speed and explosive plays, has been hampered by injury and inconsistency. Waddle, a Pro Bowler in 2024, has been a bright spot, but even he isn't immune to injuries, having missed some time with an ankle issue in Week 4, limiting him to 78% of snaps. Still, when he's on the field, he's a game changer, with a career record of nearly 800 receiving yards and 32 touchdowns. His 2025 season has been nothing short of spectacular, with 48 catches for 712 yards and 6 touchdowns, averaging 14.8 yards per catch and an impressive 95 PFF grade. His yards after catch, YAC, are a weapon, forcing missed tackles and creating big plays. Waddle's blazing 40-yard dash speed, especially on deep routes, makes him one of the most dangerous receivers in the league, comparable to the best in the game like Tyreek Hill, particularly when breaking press coverage with a PFF grade of 92.0 on deep routes. But why would Miami consider trading Waddle? Well, it's mainly about cap space and roster flexibility. The Dolphins are trying to free up money to extend key players like Tua Tagovailoa, whose $50 million cap hit is weighing heavily on their books. Meanwhile, their offensive line has struggled, allowing an average of 3.2 sacks per game, which has hampered their passing attack, limiting them to around 215 passing yards per game, a pretty average figure that's been a real issue in a league that's increasingly pass-heavy. Trading Waddle could be a way to get some draft capital and rebuild the roster, especially on defense, which has been leaking points and struggling to get stops. Now that's where it gets really interesting for us, the Giants fans. The New York Giants, sitting at 2-7, are facing their own set of challenges, but they also have a promising core of wide receiver depth, even amidst injuries. The team's WR situation, with players like Collins and other reserves currently on injured reserve, is not ideal, but Waddle's potential addition could be a game changer. If the Giants acquire Waddle, it would massively boost their offensive firepower. Projection-wise, he could rack up over 100 yards this season, adding a huge element of speed and big play ability that the Giants desperately need. His ability to stretch the field would open up more opportunities for Daniel Jones, especially on those quick, explosive plays that can shift momentum in an instant. Adding Waddle would also improve their EPA per pass, which is already at plus 17% with rookie receiver Jalin Hyatt, but Waddle's presence would elevate this even further. His quick separation on routes, combined with the YAC threat, would make third-down conversions more manageable, pushing the Giants' offense into a more dangerous territory. This would, in turn, reduce the burden on the running game, which averages just 3.6 yards per carry, and make the offense more balanced and unpredictable. On the other side of the ball, the Giants' defense, allowing around 28 points per game, would benefit from having more possession time, roughly 3 extra minutes per game, giving them more chances to rest and reset after defensive stops. Their drives would extend, and the team's overall rhythm would improve, echoing the kind of boost the Saints got in 2024 with Chris Olave, who added about 180 yards of intermediate yardage and helped transform their offensive flow. And let's not forget, a trade for Waddle would send shockwaves through the NFC East. The Giants could suddenly become a much more formidable playoff contender, especially if they managed to pull off this kind of acquisition. The odds of winning the division would swing dramatically. We're talking about jumping from +20, 0 to +8, 0 in Super Bowl odds, with Waddle coming in as an X factor. His deep threat ability, with EPA gains of around +0. 5 on deep routes during playoff push would make the Giants' offense much more explosive and dangerous. This kind of upgrade could be what pushes the Giants from a team fighting to stay alive to a legitimate contender, especially against division rivals like the Eagles, who are still sitting at the top of the NFC East but could be caught off guard by a revamped Giants attack. So if the Giants pull the trigger on this trade, and yes, it's a bold move, it could accelerate their rebuild and set them up for a real shot at a deep playoff run sooner rather than later. Waddle's speed, combined with the Giants' developing offense, would make MetLife Stadium a nightmare for defenses. Imagine the possibilities when Daniel Jones has a true home run hitter like Waddle stretching the field, forcing defenses to respect every route and opening up the run game even more. It's exactly the kind of move that could define a new era for the Giants, one built on speed, explosiveness, and smart roster management. Now I want to hear from you, Giants fans. What's your take on this potential Waddle deal? Do you think it's worth the risk? Would you love to see him in blue and white? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest news on the New York Giants and what this possible trade could mean for our future. Remember, in the NFL, everything can change in an instant, and this Waddle rumor could be the spark that ignites our next big chapter. Keep the faith, Giants fans, because big things are on the horizon. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.